Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some 1961 baseball, and we got the Braves taking on the Reds in Milwaukee. And let's look at the visiting Cincinnati Reds starting lineup. Leading off, playing second is Blasingame. Batting second, playing in center field is Pence. Batting third, playing left is Robinson. Batting fourth, playing right is Post. Batting fifth, playing third is Freeze. Batting sixth at shortstop is Cordnonis. Batting seventh, playing first is Coleman. Doing the catching, batting eighth is Zimmerman. And on the mound for the Reds, batting ninth is Hunt. Let's take a look at the hometown Milwaukee Braves here. Leading off, playing right is May. Batting second, playing second is Bolin. Batting third, playing third is Matthews. Batting fourth, playing center is Aaron. Batting fifth, playing first is Adcock. Batting sixth, playing left is Roach. Batting seventh, playing shortstop is McMillan. And on the catching, batting eighth is Lowe. And on the mound for the Braves is SPAHN, batting ninth. Let's get down to the field here and get some ball started here this rainy afternoon in Maryland. Alrighty, and here we go with the first pitch to Blasingame rather. And right away, he gets a single off of Warren in the right field. So the leadoff batter is aboard here. And that brings up Mr. Pinson. And a 34. That's going to be a fly out to center. And he'll hold. Aaron's got that all the way. One down. Here comes Frank Robinson up now with a runner on first, one out. And a 25, that's a 10. And that is a single in the center. Running to third. And Frank's going to steal second on a 2-strike count now on Post. So first a single in the center. And Blasingame will end up at third. Then a stolen base for Frank. So now we got second and third. And only one out. Braves will play back early in the game. Don't want to give up a big inning for Post. Here we go. A 63. That's a 30. That's a fly out. Is it deep enough to score? Fly out. Runners hold. Roach gets the ball in. Good job. 2 down now. Here comes Freeze up. 2 outs. Runner on second and third. Can the Braves wiggle the right way out of this? Here's the pitch from SPAHN. A 25 and 8. And that ball's hit in the center. Aaron's got room out there and makes the catch. So the Reds threatening the first, but can't score. And we go to the bottom of the first with your Braves due up. We got May, Bolin, and Matthews due up here in the bottom of the first. And that's going to be a foul out to the catcher. One down here in the first. Comes Frank up. And they walk Frank. Frank's hitting 300 on the year here. He trots down the second with a walk to bring up the big boys. Matthews and Aaron with a runner on. Here's Eddie. 56, and they strike Matthews out. That's 2 down here in the first. And I messed up here. Wait a second. Let's go back. I didn't realize Hunt has the W. So we got to go back here. It's actually runners on first and second because May didn't foul out to the catcher. he actually walked with that W. So he walks the first two batters, and then he gets the strikeout. Sorry about that, guys. So we got one out and a runner's on first and second. Look at the symbols here. So we got first and second now for Aaron up. And a 22, he gets a hold of this one, Hank does. Hammering Hank with a 41. And that's going to be a single in the left. And runners. One runner scores, the other the third. Now we got first and third. One in, one out. And the Reds are going to play back. Like I say, it's early yet. They're looking for the double play to get out of the inning here from Adcock. Let's see if Joe can add to the score here. A 53, that's a 19. That's a first on air. One runner scores, other the third on the third baseman. So he throws that ball out there into right field, but Joe's unable to advance, but everybody else does. Still first and third and only one down. With Roach up now. Again, they're still playing back for the double play. A 63, that's a fly out to right. Is that deep enough to score? No, runners a hold. It's too shallow. So it's still 2-0 Braves. 2 outs now for Mack with runners on first and third. What can McMillan do? 41, he hits that ball down the short. He fires over to first for the out. And that ends the inning, but not until the Braves scored two. One hit, 2 walks, and an error as we go to the top of the second. Here we go. Cordnonis is up now. Old Chico, see what he can do. Chico in the man, and he pops up foul territory. The Charlie behind the plate, 1 out. One doesn't have the W. As a matter of fact, he's got a Z, so it is a pop-up. Here's Coleman. A 12. That ball's hit down to second. Easy play for Frank. Fires over to first. 2 down here in the second. Here's Zimmerman, the catcher. And he wraps that ball in the right field for a base hit. And gets the pitcher up at least. It's right field, didn't I? Yeah, we'll change that to right field. Alrighty. Gets the pitcher out of the way at the very least. Here comes Ken Hunt. He's batting .286 on the year, folks. Not bad. A 53. That's a 21. That's first and second on air. Runner to the third. Sure. That's an error on the first baseman. Bobbles the ball. That's a good bind. Old Joe. I don't think this is going to send him down the second, but we'll give it a try. And it did get him down the second. Alrighty, so we got second and third now. 2 outs for the top of the lineup. Braves got themselves in a little bit of a pickle with that error. See if Warren can get them out of it. and an 8, and that ball's hit the center. And Aaron's underneath of that for the 3rd out. So again, the error doesn't come back to cost them. And it's still 2-0 Braves as we go to the top of the 3rd. We got the bottom part of the lineup, Charlie, Spawn, and then back to the top of the lineup with May. So here we go, top of the 3rd, folks. Bottom of the 2nd, rather. I'm trying to rush this game along, ain't I? 54, that's a fly out to right. 1 down. Here comes Spawn, a good hitting pitcher. What's Spawn hitting on the year? He's hitting 111. He's better than that. Got to be careful with him. And oh my God, that ball is deep. That ball is back. And that ball is gone. And Post looks up and watches that ball go over the right field fence. Warren Spawn with a home run here, folks. And that is his first home run of the year. Spawn comes through, makes it a 3-0 game. All righty, here comes May. Lee May up now. Nobody on and 1 out. A 25. And that's a single in the left, and the hits just keep coming. So we got the runner on first for Frank Bolin. And here's the pitch to Frank. Hunt delivers, and that is a wild pitch. Mayo head down the second on that. So now runner on second for Frank. 1 ball, no strikes. 15, that's a 10 off of a C pitcher. That's a single. Infield hit, runner to 3rd. A little slow roller down the 3rd base. We got 1st and 3rd for Matthews. And I think they're going to have to bring the infield in here, folks. They're already down by 3. So they bring the infield in. Here comes the pitch to Matthews. And that ball is deep. And that ball is back. And again, Post looks up, turns around, and that ball is gone, folks. 3-run homer, Earl Weaver's favorite play. And it is quickly 6-0 Braves here, the bottom of the 2nd. Sure, and that gets some bullpen action up for the Reds. Sure. And they got Mr. Nunn, Howie Nunn, warming up in the bullpen. Sure. Here's the pitch there, Aaron. A 22, and he squares it up. This is going to be a short outing, it looks like, for Ken Hunt in this first game of a doubleheader. 42, that's going to be a double in the right. Still only 1 out here in the 2nd. Got the bunch of righties up, and then the 3 lefties. Let's get a lefty up in the bullpen too. We'll get Jay Hook up. Jay Hook and Nunn's up. Okay, here comes Joe Adcox. Like I say, runner on second, only 1 out here. And it's already 6-0. A 61, that ball's hit down the short, a high pop up. And that'll be out number 2 here in the 2nd. Here comes Roach. A 36, that's a 33, that's a pop fly to short again. So that'll end the inning. But the Braves score 4, the big 3-run homer. helps out. And they're up 6-0 here. So we go to the top of the third. You got Pence, Robinson, and Post due up for the Reds. 16, that ball is hit down the short. And McMillan's up with that, fires over to Joe. 1 out here in the third. Comes Frank Robinson up. And they walk Frank. No, I'm sorry, 2 balls and no strikes on Frank. 64, and that's going to be a foul ball. So 2-1 count now on Frank. And an 8 against the B. That's going to be a fly out to center field. Aaron's got that. 2 down. Here comes Wally Post. And he gets a hold of this. And he's going to single in the right field. Post does. Clean base hit. Brings up Freeze with a runner on. See what Eugene can do here. Old Gene the dancing machine. He hits that ball down the short. He'll go the short way over the bowling for the final out of the inning. So the Reds leave 1. We go to the bottom of the third. Still 6-0 Braves. And Ken's going to have a short leash here, that's for sure. Here comes McMillan. And he gets a hold of this. And he drives that ball in the right field for a double. They're just hammering Ken today. He can't get a soul out. We got some lefties coming up now, so that'll be it for Ken. We're bringing in the hook. A hook is bringing in the hook. That'll be it for Ken for the day. Bring in Jay Hook, the lefty. Oh, no, he's not a lefty. I'm sorry. He throws from the right. Where's the other lefty at? That was Bridges. We'll bring Bridges in. Pitch to the lefties. Okay. Short day for Ken. Double hitter. You don't like seeing that in the first game. All right, where's Bridges? There he is at the top. All righty. Got a runner on second, nobody out here for Charlie. 63, that's going to be a fly out to center. And Mac's going to hold there at second. 1 out. Spence has got that and fires it back in. Here comes SPAHN. He's already homered in this game, folks. See if he can help his calls out again. And an 8 against D. That's going to be a single over second, and that's going to score Mac. Look at Warren SPAHN going off here. Hits that ball in the right field and drives in Mac. Makes it a 7-0 ball game. Nice piece of hitting by SPAHN. Here comes Lee May. 28. And that ball's hit down the third. His only plays over to first. Warren will go down the second for the second out of the inning. All righty, now we got a runner on first. Runner on second for Bolin. No, that runner is Warren SPAHN. So here we go, 2 outs. And that's going to be a fly ball to the left. Frank Robinson's got that. That'll win the inning. But the Braves tack on another one. Make it 7-0. So we go to the top of the fourth. Chico's due up, followed by Coleman and Zimmerman. And he gets a single in right field. Nice piece of hitting. Lead off runner aboard. Brings up Coleman. What can Gordon do? Again, Spahn. He's 0 for 1. 56. That's a high fly out to short. McMillan calls everybody off. And that's 1 down here in the fourth. Brings up Zimmerman. And he's going to foul out to Charlie behind the plate. That's 2 down here. Here's the question. Do we want to go through the bullpen being down 7-0? Or let Bridges pitch? I'll say we'll at least take him out. And then we'll bring Hook in. Got some righties coming up after Matthews. So we'll bring Hook in after that. See who we're going to pitch it with. We'll have Anderson pitch it here. And there's Anderson. All right, we got 2 outs, a runner on first for Anderson. 52, and he's going to hit that ball down to third. He's going to fire over the first for the final out of the inning. And the score is still 7-0 Braves. And we'll bring Hook in here to pitch. There's Jay. All righty. He'll face Matthews, Aaron, and Adcock here in the bottom of the fourth. And a 34. That's a fly out to Pence in center. 1 down. Here comes Hammer and Hank. And he's 2 for 2 today with a double and a single. And he's going to foul out to Zimmerman. That'll be 2 outs here in the fourth. It's Joe Adcock. And a 32. He's going to hit that ball down the second. Blasting games up with it. And a 1-2-3 inning for the Braves. First time they've been set down in order. So we make it to the top of the fifth. Top of the order due up here for the Reds. And that's going to be a single over short in the left field. Millen tried to catch that ball, but it was a little too high for him. So you got the lead runner on here in the top of the fifth. Here comes Penson. And a 41. And that's going to be hit down to short. His only plays over the first. So 1 down, runner on second now. And that brings up Frank Robinson. Can he drive him in from second? Get the Reds on the board. And he gets a hold of this one. And that ball is hit in the left center. And the runner will score. Double for Frank. As Aaron comes up with it and fires it in. And that gets the Reds on the board. It's now 7-1. Still a runner on second now for Wally Post. And a 35. And that's going to be a single over second. And Frank's going to score on that. All of a sudden, the Reds are making some noise here in the top of the fifth. It's now 7-2. Only one out now with a runner on first for Freeze. Rays are looking for the double play here. And over the Matthews, he fires over the Frank for one, but not in time to get the double play here. Freeze makes it safely down to first. So 2 outs now for Chico. Runner on first. And a 51. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Matthews is up with it. Fires over the Joe for the final out. But the Reds get on the board and make it a 7-2 ball game as we make it to the bottom of the fifth. Here's Mel Roach up against Hook. And that ball's hit down the third. Freeze has got that. Over to Coleman for the out. 1 down. Max up now. McMillan. See what Roy can do. 62, and he strikes him out. 2 down here. And Charlie's up. And a 64, and he strikes Charlie out. So 3 up and 3 down again for the Braves. So we make our way to the top of the sixth. Here's Coleman, Zimmerman, and Hook due up. And Coleman gets a hold of this one off of Spahn. And that ball is back. And May looks up and sees that ball go over the right field fence for a home run. And all of a sudden now the Reds are back in this game, 7-3. Here's Zimmerman up. 52. That's a 27. That ball's hit down to Matthews. He fires over the Joe for the first out of the inning. And Hook's pitching pretty good, so we're going to let him stay in the game. Nobody on. And it's 7-3. Again, this is a double hitter. We don't want to go through everybody this game and not have anybody for the second game. The ball's hit out in the right field. May makes the play. 2 down. On the blasting game. And he's going to fly out to the left to end the inning. Roach has got that. But the Reds tack on another and make it 7-3 on the home run. Hey, Hunter, how are you, buddy? So now we go to the bottom of the sixth. Warren Spahn's up. He's already homered. He's 2 for 2 with a homer and a single. Has 3. How many RBIs does he have on the day? 3 RBIs on the day. This time he hits that ball down the Freeze. Easy play. Fires over the Jerry at first. 1 down. Here comes May. 53. That's a 15. That's first and second on error on the left fielder. Frank Robinson makes a 2-base error. May's down at second now on the 2-base error. Here comes Frank Bolin up now with 1 down, a runner on second. And that's going to be hit down to, that's a high pop-up rather to short. And I thought it was a ground ball. It's a pop-up to short. He gets back to second. 2 down now for Matthews. And that's a 20. What's that? First and second on air. Runner scores on the second baseman. Blasting game. Geez, you Pete's, they're giving this ball game away, folks. That's an unearned run. That brings up Aaron now with Matthews on at first. And that's going to be an infield hit. And Matthews is going to find his way down the second. Aaron speed. They couldn't get him at first. So now we got first and second. And the hook is thinking, what the heck do I got to do to get out of this inning? Oh, cool. That's awesome, Hunter. Here's Pence due up. Adcock due up. And they walk Joe. Looks like Hook is getting tired. See here, we got Nunn warming up in the bullpen earlier. Might have to bring him in. Here's the pitch to Roach now with the bases full. Nowhere to put him. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. 1 run already in. 24. That's going to be a fly out to the left. And that'll end the inning. But the Braves get 1 unearned run here and increase the lead to 8-3. Is that the advanced car, Hunter? I assume that orange and blue. Let's see here. We got Pence due up. Robinson and Post against Warren. 8-3 lead. And Pence is going to single in the left, and then he's going to steal second on the first pitch. There'll be a strike on Robinson. So you got a runner on second and nobody out for Frank Robinson. Okay, bud, not a problem. 43. That'll be hit back up the middle here. And Spahn's got that. His only plays over to first. First out of the inning. And Pencil head down the third. Here's Wally Post. And Wally says, that ball is deep. That ball is far. That ball is going over the left field fence. Home run, Wally Post. And all of a sudden, it's an 8-5 game. Here comes Freeze up with nobody on, 1 out. We got Spahn due up third here, trying to get him through this 7th inning. But that will get some bullpen activity. 56, he strikes out Freeze after that home run. Here comes Chico. He's 1 for 3 with a single in the 4th. 52, he hits that ball down the third. Matthews is up with it. Fires over the first to Joe. But Red scored 2 on that home run. So we go to the 7th inning stretch, and it's 8-5. Here comes Mac up. And they walk Mac. And that might be it for the Hook. The Hook may get the hook here. We'll let him pitch to the 2 lefties here, see what he can do. Runner on first, nobody out. 51, and he walks Charlie, and that'll be it. That'll be it for Hook. None will come in. And let's see who we got on the bench here. First, None will come in here. The pitch for Hook. Okay, we got first and second, nobody out. Do we let Warren hit here? He is doing well today. I can say he's 2 for 3 with a home run and a single, 3 RBIs. Let's see here. We got Covington and Spangler on the bench, 2 lefties. I think we'll go with Covington, pitch hit for Spawn. Try to break this game open here. There's Wes. Alrighty, here we go. And a 15, that's an 8. That's going to be a single over short. And McMillan's going to score. And Charlie will stop at second. So it's still first and second, nobody out for May. And a 56, that's a 34. That's an infield fly. Freeze calls everybody off. And he'll make the play. 1 down. Still first and second for Frank Bolin. And a 34, and that's going to be a fly out to center. And Charlie will hold there at at second. 2 down now. Here's Eddie Matthews. And Eddie's 1 for 4 with a home run in the first. Let's see what he can do here. And he got all that one, folks. That ball is banged into right field. It's bouncing around out there in the bullpen. And Eddie's got himself a triple, folks. That obviously will clear the bases. So you got a runner on third and 2 outs for Hammer and Hank. And here's the pitch to Hank. 35. And that's going to be a fly out to center. That'll end the inning. But the Braves add 3 more and lead 11-5. We got Coleman, Zimmerman, and Nunn due up here in the 8th. Here's the pitch to Coleman, 23. That's going to be hit down the second. Frank's up with it. First, we need to bring in a pitcher for the Braves. We'll bring in Moorhead here. There's Seth. Bring him in the pitch here. And that ball, like I say, is hit down the second. Frank's up with it for out number 1 here in the 8th. Here's Zimmerman up. And a 34. That's going to be a fly out to center. 2 down. Of a pitch hitter for Nunn. And Gus Bell will come up to pitch hit. Okay. 2 down, nobody on here. And Gus wraps that ball in the right field for a base hit, keeps the inning alive. Alrighty. And here we are now. Top of the 8th. Still, Gus is on now for blasting game. 2 outs and a 15. And that's going to be hit down the third. I'm sorry, no, that's not. That's going to be a single in the center. Runner's a third. All of a sudden now, Moorhead's got himself in a little bit of trouble. First and third, 2 outs. 4 Pence. Hey, Tim, yeah, exactly. Here's Pence now, first and third. A 32. That ball's going to be hit down to second over the short, the easy way to end the inning. And the Braves get out of the jam here. And who are we going to bring on for the bottom of the 8th to pitch for the Reds? We'll bring up Jones. Have Jones come in to pitch. Oh, Sherman. There's Sherman. And he'll be facing Adcock, Roach, and McMillan here in the bottom of the 8th. And right away, Joe gets a single in the left field over the shortstop's head. Here comes Roach up now with a runner on first, nobody out in the 8th. And that's going to be a fly out to the left. Joe goes back to first. 1 down. Milling up now. And a 23. That's going to be a fly out the right. Post has got that. 2 down now. And here's Charlie. 34, and he's going to fly out the center. So everybody in the outfield got to make a play that inning. We go to the top of the 9th. The score is 11-5. We got the heart of the lineup up for the Reds: Pence, Robinson, and Post. See if Moorhead can finish this game out. 36, and he walks Pence. Not what you want here. Keep an eye on him to see him finish the game. Like I say, it's a double hitter. Don't want to use too many pitchers here in the first game. Here's Frank, and a 56, and he's going to walk Frank. Jeez, you Pete's. They go out and talk to Moorhead. Ask Mac Moorhead, what the hell you think you're doing? Make him earn it. Make him put the ball in play. We got a 6-run lead. Here's Post. Post is 2 for 4 today. 0 for 4 today, sorry. Here we go. And that ball is back. And May looks up. That's a 3-run homer, folks. Over the right field fence. We got us a ball game here in the 9th. And that'll be it for Moorhead. He's out of the game. And they'll bring in McMahon. Try to finish this game out. Didn't want to. So go to the big man. Try to close her out here in the 9th. See what Don can do now. Nobody out. 3 runs are already in. And here's Freeze. 31. And that is going to be a ground ball down the short for the first out of the inning. Mac up with it over to Joe. Comes Chico. 64. And he strikes Chico out. 2 down. Here comes Coleman. The Reds are down to their last out. And Coleman hits that ball deep to right field. May goes back, puts his hand up against the wall, but that's gone, folks. Home run, Coleman. And all of a sudden, it's a 2-run game, 11-9 for Zimmerman. And that ball's going to be popped up to third. Matthews calls everybody off, and that'll end the game. But give the Reds credit. They tried to make it. Made it interesting with 4 runs in the 9th. Made it interesting, folks. Let's take a look at the line score here and the box score. All righty. The Reds 9 runs on 15 hits and 3 errors. The errors killed them. The Braves 11 runs on 12 hits and an error. Look at that blasting game. 3 for 5. Robinson 2 for 4. Post 3 for 5. You had Post, Freeze, Coleman, and Zimmerman all hitting home runs. Sure. And the Braves, you had Matthews 2 for 5. Aaron 3 for 5. Spahn, like I say, 2 for 3. And you had Matthews and Spahn both hitting home runs for the Braves. How many of those runs was unearned? Only 2 of those runs was unearned. How about that? I thought it would have been more than that. Spahn gets the win. Don gets the save. And Hunt pitched terrible. Only 2 innings, 7 runs, 7 hits. Walked 2, only struck out 1. He got bombed here in this first game of a doubleheader. All righty. And we'll be back here in a little while with the second game to this doubleheader. I want to thank Tim for stopping by and Hunter here in Milwaukee. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and the bell. And on your way out of Milwaukee, hit that like button and leave a comment. And like I say, give me about, I don't know, half hour maybe, and we'll be back here with game number 2 of this doubleheader. Till then, y'all take care.